What up, gangland? Carolina Jackpot coming at you. It is June 30th, 2021. It's officially the last day of June. I can't believe that we're halfway through the calendar year. I know that's cliche, and we do that every year. We say that same old thing, where I can't believe how fast this year has flown by. This year, it really holds water for me. Maybe it's just because I've been working a lot and I've been out and about, and just things have just been non-stop crazy. But yeah, here we are. July is my favorite month of the year, because I get to go on vacation about the third week of the month. My big ass will be in the state of Pennsylvania for about 8 days. So I got that to look forward to. But I wanted to touch on something real quick. If you're a Gamecock fan, you have got to be, even if you're not a Gamecock fan, if you're just a college football fan and you're on the outside looking in, you've got to be impressed with what's going on in Columbia, South Carolina. Right now, the Gamecocks sitting with about the number 26th rated recruiting class with 11 commitments. We've got 10 commitments so far this month. I don't know what Shane Beamer and staff are doing down there in that football ops building at that summer camp. And when they get these kids on campus, I don't know if they're feeding them some kind of happy pills, or if they're just doing a really damn good job of selling the program and the vision, which I believe is probably the latter. But they're stacking some kids up. They're stacking some kids up. Yes, I know. Most of them have been 3 stars so far. 2 4-star commitments. Kid that's a quarterback out of the Northeast, Braden Davis. He's already committed, though. And then yesterday, huge news, big offensive tackle named Ryan Brubaker from Denver, Pennsylvania, commits to the Gamecocks over Penn State, Vanderbilt, and Tennessee. Also, over the weekend, we picked up a transfer portal enrollee, I guess you'd say, named Karen Prunty from Kansas, who picked the Gamecocks over Tennessee. Now, you're going to sit there and tell me that, oh boy, defensive back from Kansas. If you want to sit back and look at the bigger picture, though, kid was a freshman All-American who locked down opposing quarterbacks, allowed like a 35%, I believe it was, completion rate to his side of the field. They didn't throw to his side of the field once they figured out who he was and what he could do. And playing in the Big 12, that's nothing to sniff at when you consider you've got quarterbacks like Spencer Rattler, Brock Purdy, the kid, whoever the quarterback is from Texas Tech, I don't know, or Baylor. I mean, you know, they're throwing the ball all over the ballpark. You know, might not necessarily have very good or any type of defense that can tackle, but they can definitely air the ball out. Nothing to sniff at there. So that was a huge pickup for the Gamecocks. And to get him away from Kansas, which had hired Lance Leopold, a guy that I've long looked at as being a potential great hire for someone in college football, to get him away from them is a big deal to me. I mean, I think Kansas outkicked their coverage by hiring that guy. I'll say that. I was very surprised to see him land at such a program. There he is. So this guy is now a Gamecock. I'm just excited to see what we've got going on. Now, to that point, all you Gamecock fans and then all you other Gamecock haters, I don't expect this coming season to be a real great one, okay? I really don't. I expect the Gamecocks to go either 5-7, possibly 6-6 if they get a break or two to go their way. And that's about it. That's about the best you're going to do. I don't think that South Carolina is going to go on the road, and we're talking about swing games. I don't think they're going to go on the road and beat Missouri unless Missouri suffers some injuries at the quarterback position or just don't live up to billing. I don't see that happening right now. I think on the field-wise, Missouri is a better coach team and has better players. To that point, this time next year, we'll be telling that story on the flip side. Home game against Kentucky, is a big game for South Carolina. It's a swing game. I don't see it going our way right now. I think we might get pushed around to the line of scrimmage a little bit, even though Kentucky's skill position talent is very mediocre. I don't see us winning that game. I would be surprised if we did. We've got games in the SEC that are winnable against Tennessee and Vanderbilt. Outside that, it could be a rough go. So that's where I get the 5 wins from. 3 non-conference wins, and then wins against those 2 shit shows. You can get off my fucking ass anytime you damn want to. Speed limit through here is 45. Go ahead, get a ticket, bitch. Anyway, where was I at? That threw me off track. So if you can get a win somewhere that you weren't supposed to, that's where I would get the 6. 5 is more likely, in my opinion. But still, you got to love what's going on down there. You've got to like the energy. I'm in love with it. The Brubaker kid, who I thought that would have probably been a Penn State commitment, came out and said that Coach Greg Atkins was the reason why he committed to South Carolina, the offensive line coach. He was real. He liked his enthusiasm and the way that he was transparent with his players. I love that, man. I love that. You hear that word transparency. Transparency. It almost just rolls off the tongue. You never heard the word transparency mentioned with the Will Muschamp regime. They just didn't go hand in hand. Why? Because him and his staff were a bunch of liars. He was a liar, a bullshitter, and a snake oil salesman. All you had to do was watch one of his post-game interviews and you'd know that. Shane Beamer loses a game when he loses his first game, and he's going to lose a lot of them. He's going to lose a lot of them. So get ready. He's not going to offer up excuses. He's not going to offer up excuses. What he will do is tell you what he and the staff plan on doing to fix it. And I think they'll execute the plan. I don't think he's just going to tell you what he's going to do. I think he's going to tell you what he's going to do, and they're actually going to go out there and actually do it. I think they're going to deliver. I think they're going to rebuild this thing. And don't throw it in my face that I didn't want him as a head coach back in November, and I was pissed off when I hired him over Billy Napier. I mean, honestly, if I make a mistake, I'm man enough to tell you I made a mistake. And I feel like, so far, from seeing what he's doing, just from a program building standpoint. Now, I don't know about the on-the-field stuff yet. We'll find out about that here in a couple of months, or just a little bit over a couple of months. But from what I've seen so far with the program rebuilding stuff, the recruiting stuff, the interviews, I was wrong. I was wrong about the guy. I was another one of the idiots, one of the blind, football dumb, sometimes morons, who bought into the fact that you've never been a coordinator, so you can't be a good head coach. It's just not true. It's just not true. He has been an assistant for 20 years. 20 years. He has been an assistant under successful coaches like a Phil Fulmer. As much as I like to make fun of Tennessee, that was the last time they were relevant, when he was the head coach. Like a Phil Fulmer, like his dad, like Kirby Smart, yeah, I'll give him credit, like Lincoln Riley, probably the best young coach out there right now. So he's definitely put in his time, and there is no way that he has spent 20 years around those guys and not picked up something. Well, on the flip side, you have Will Muschamp, who spent years and years around Nick Saban, Mac Brown. There's 2 right there. 2 really highly regarded coaches, one of them elite, and didn't learn a damn thing except how to make excuses and piss away football games and ruin a program. So that's it in a nutshell, guys. I'm really excited about what's going on in Columbia right now. I haven't had this level of excitement probably since probably since 2013. Jadeveon Clowney's junior year, Connor Shaw's senior year. That's probably the last time that I've been this excited about a season going into it. Not so much from the fact that I think we're going to win 11 or 12 games and contend for the SEC East. We aren't. But from the standpoint of look where we were and look what we're on the way to becoming, yeah, I'm real excited. And you can't blame me. I'll see y'all later, guys. Got to go get some work done. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hit the thumbs up if you the thumbs up button if you like this. I can't talk right now. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Click that little bell so you get the notifications, and make sure you watch the live show that we do every Wednesday and Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. sharp. If you want to support the channel, I'll leave the link down in the description box below. We take PayPal. We also do super chats during our live shows. It's a good way to get your comment pinned to the top and get talked about a little bit there. Quite honestly, Google steals half of ours or your super chat money, however you want to look at it. So I don't recommend going that route. If you do leave us a PayPal donation, you will get a shout out on the show at some point in time. I'll see y'all later, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. Poosh. And I'm out. Go Gamecocks. Spurs up to my toes up, and go Coach Beamer.